All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Join the Atmosphere with Market America. We have been off for the last 2 weeks, but everybody's back. Everybody's looking younger and more refreshed than ever. So if you're here live, welcome. If you're watching the recording, welcome. Tonight, we're going to be talking again about one of our business tools and one of our fave here. And if you haven't been able to try this yet with the person who invited you, you need to connect with them so that they can. But I'm not going to tell you all the good stuff. We're going to try to have our mentor, Mr. Steve Boston, talk to us here about it. And if not, we got his back. We got it. No problem. Go ahead, Mr. Boston.
Fabulous.
Yay.
Fabulous. Hi, everybody. Hopefully you can hear my husky tones. It's Brian's birthday today. Obviously, everyone's been celebrating, of course. Happy birthday, Brian. We're also celebrating this incredible team, Phoenix Rising, just doing an incredible job. Every single week, we're bringing on new partners joining this business. And as Joanna said today in a text, we are changing people's lives. It's amazing. If you don't do anything else, you see this either live or you see a recording, please, whatever you do, just try the products. The products are just unbelievable. So, as Molly said, as part of this call, we change it up every week. We want to show you some of the different things around this business. And one of the areas that's really important to a lot of entrepreneurs is the business tools. So it makes your life easier to run your business. So we want to show you this incredible health quiz. It's a 60-second health quiz. So let's look at this in two perspectives. First of all, you as business owners, entrepreneurs, this is a tool that you can use for your business. Or secondly, if you're just looking, take the health quiz too and see what products it recommends. It's a really good place to start. So we're going to show you a few things and we may as well share with you the quiz. So let me see if I can share my screen for 1 second. Thank you, Molly. Let's get onto the screen. Bear with me a second. Right, we're going to get over to, let's see if we can see this. Alrighty. Hang on, I'm going through all kinds of different conversations here on my screen. You can see all my emails. Why is it going? Hey, here we go. Right, so let's go into shop first of all. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is just an example, and I'm using my store on purpose. So this is why you're going to see, your shop consultant is Stephen Bosson up there at the top left. So if you join us as an entrepreneur, that will be your name up there, of course. Molly, Joanna, and Brian, whatever your name is, that'll be up there, of course. But I just want to show you how good this is. This, of course, is an incredible site that you'll have as an entrepreneur and many other sites, but this is just a quick whistle-stop tour of the site itself. Look at these incredible products that we have. Move down, big, bold headlines, unbelievable hydrogen tabs, OPC3, another incredible product. Shows you down here the featured products, and look at these big headlines. #1 gut health bestseller for 20 years, and all the way down the bottom, all of our favorites. But of course, even looking at this, you may be starting thinking, well, where do I start? Where do I start with my health? I've got obviously some health pieces that I want to look after. So where do I start? So what we've done is we've launched this health quiz, and you can see it here on the menu screen at the top, health quiz, right there on the homepage. One simple click takes you to a health quiz. So what I would do is, if I have friends, family, potential customers, people interested in, hey, I don't know what health pieces of the jigsaw I need to look after, I would send them this link. So it'd send them straight to this health quiz that comes to me as an entrepreneur. And look at this, let's even test it. 60 seconds to unlock a healthier view. Get started. Very easy. Click on the button. There we go. And first of all, it's going to ask you what your health goals are. So basically you can select up to 3. But for ease of use for a second, let's just click on sleep. And I'm going to also choose, let's have a look at detox. So I'm going to choose these two. Continue. You can time me if you want to see how long this lasts. And then what other health challenges may you have? Let's just say brain fog. I've got a bit of brain fog today. Let's just click on that. And it's going to come up with a recommendation. Now watch this. Continue. So the benefit as a business tool for this, look at this at the top. Unlock your personalized results based on what you just entered, and you're going to get 10% off. Great. So if you shop with me now, you're going to get 10% off. So let's just do, here we do. I'm just going to put this in as a test. Test Steve, just as a dummy test. I'm going to put in here just a mock-up email address for a second at Gmail, just to show you this. And this is as simple as it is. Fill in the questions, put in your name and email, press continue, and hey presto, look at this. Here's the recommendations for you. So you can see here, very helpful. It's giving, I selected sleep and detox. So it's giving me the products for sleep and detox. You can see here. And look at this. It gives you the price per product 45 cents a day. Wow, next to nothing. $6.68 a day, because that's a very intensive detox. That's actually a 7-day detox for 7 days. That's why that price is there. And if you move down, you can see there's 2 products that we recommend for each health strategy that you want to put in here. Look at this, turn down another great product, $2.19 a day, and Nutri-Clean Hepto Cleanse as well to keep it ongoing, 90 cents a day. And look at this, if you don't know about the product, we give you the headlines, 3 different headlines. You can unlock some more, learn more. Gives you another 6 headlines, shows you how many servings it is, how many days supply. Fabulous. And then even better, you can click on a video for every single product. So I'll just show you one example here. No, I'm not sure I shared my sound actually. My fault, but it shows you a video for every single product. So again, in 30 seconds, you can see these great videos. So imagine this as a brand new customer thinking through this, get all the information I could possibly want. And let's say, hey, they want to take advantage of this right now. Look at the left-hand side. Enjoy 10% of this purchase. Shop.com, applied at checkout. And very simply by clicking on buy now and save money, you're going to see on the right hand side, it's already added all of these products to my cart, already in the cart. They don't need to have to go and add one by one. It's already in the cart and it's already given the 10% off as well for a new customer. And that's as simple as it is. So again, the customer can decide, I only want 2 of these products, or I want all 4, I want to add some more, do some more shopping. That's as easy as it is. But it gets better. So if an entrepreneur, how can I help? So how do I know that people are taking the quiz? Well, very helpful. As soon as this quiz is completed, I, as an entrepreneur, receive an email from the company saying, congratulations, Steve, a customer has just taken the health quiz. Here's what they took. Make sure you have a conversation with them. So let me just flip over for 1 second onto, hopefully you can see this. There we go. Can you see my email? Look at this from shop.com. Hi, Stephen, great news. Your customer, Steve, that's me again, completed a 60-second health quiz. Look at this, gives you some details. And look at this, it just shows you exactly, they also clicked on hair health, so it enables you to have a conversation. You don't have to get too personal, but of course, if they want to share that information, that's there for you to have a conversation. And look at this, it shows you exactly what they have purchased. And then, of course, I should have mentioned every single product that we have. We also recommend the H2 tabs. These are hydrogen tablets, the best hydrogen tablet on the planet. You may have seen hydrogen water somewhere. And this simply elevates and activates any single supplement that you take, any single supplement. So basically, I'm going to stop sharing for a second before I show you one more piece of the jigsaw. So think of that from 2 aspects. You as a brand new entrepreneur or as an existing entrepreneur have this health quiz on your site, can share it with whoever you meet, have conversations. And then, of course, you're going to get the results from that individual. And of course, everything's connected to you. As soon as that person shops with you, you get the email. If they do shop, let's say they go all the way through checkout, you then get the team's very favorite cha-ching in the VIF wallet. And this is what's really fabulous about this company as well, that as soon as anybody purchases on your website, I would even say it's less than a minute, you get the cha-ching. Congratulations, Steve, here is some cash in your digital wallet. Somebody has just shopped with you. We don't even wait for it to be delivered.
And I love that part back on the shop.com. It said get paid daily. And sometimes it's get paid by the minute. Sometimes it's get paid regularly. I mean, all day long, if you're having those sales and the retailing and you're helping somebody, that cha-ching goes on all day long. So
exactly. And then I'm going to show you one more piece of this jigsaw, because then I want to show you how thoughtful this company is when it gives the entrepreneurs tools around this. So it's not just we've done a survey and we sent it out for people to use. We also give very specific instructions for unfranchised owners if you've got any questions on it, and show you testimonials from other unfranchised owners that are using this. So let me show you this for a second. So if you do join us, or you're an existing unfranchised owner, check this out. So in your back office, what you're going to have here is, I've already clicked on this. Hopefully you can see my screen. You see my screen? Give us a thumbs up. Can you see the franchise script? Perfect. So this is, I've just searched here. There's actually a homepage banner, which you can click onto this to learn more about the health quiz. And look at this. There's my link if I want to share it. It's easy for me to copy it and paste anywhere I want to send it to emails. And look at these instructions. We have a video down here to show you exactly how it works. Move down, another video to then, challenge some of our existing unfranchised owners. Say, hey, why don't you challenge yourself? See if you can get these completed every single day. But again, make sure you have real conversations. Let's not bombard hundreds of people. Let's have, real conversations on a daily basis. And look at this. Here's some hints and tips, action plan for success. And down here, here's Happy Haskins, Colin Haskins. This was his baby. He's worked so hard to put this together. But look at this. We've got testimonials from real UFOs who are having great success with this tool. And I think you'll find down here, look at this. We've even got the fabulous Janae on here as well. One of their rock stars from Phoenix Rising. Look at this. You actually got called out by Cullen in a very positive way. She saw how successful Janae was in running with this health quiz, because it also opens up many, many conversations. And look at this. People are sharing on social all the hints and tips. There's some assets, materials here for you to share on social to encourage people to go and check out these links. So just wanted to show you that, because again, we provide all the tools for an unfranchised owner. So why don't we start here with, let's bring Janae on, the celebrity Janae. Let's bring Janae on to give you a personal testimonial of how this health quiz has worked for Janae and her business.
So I think for any newcomer or seasoned unfranchised owner, it's a great way to have a conversation. When you already building a relationship with your people, you want to naturally share everything that you love, but naturally not everybody is interested in everything. The 60-second survey helps narrow down what you could start with as a baseline and then build onto. So for me, anytime that I have new customers that come on, or anyone that I can share any product with, I always recommend, why don't you take my 60-second survey, so that way we can kind of get an idea if this is what products, like, I know what things I probably could recommend, but let's try the survey first and see what your recommendations are, and then we can go from there. Then once they get their results back, I also get a copy of it so I can review it and then remind them, they can get the 10% off, but then we have a conversation about what products they have. If there are any things that I know that still target those specific areas, I may add it, like suggest it as an add-on versus having them add everything to cart, because sometimes if some people see 6 to 8 things in their cart, they're going to get overwhelmed by the price point. So I always ask them, like, which of these products would you be interested in trying today? And then go from there, because they can always add to their auto shipment later. And I don't always recommend my customers to get on auto ship, but I do let them know they have that opportunity to save more on their purchase if they do. 99% of the time they go ahead and put it on auto shipment, because we always want to save money, right? And so that's one of the things that I always try to focus on. But for me, so far, I think I've sent out 60 plus surveys, and I've gotten 4 orders now, and working on my 5th today. So hopefully she'll be placing hers this afternoon. So yeah, it's been amazing.
And Janae, let me just add on to one of your very first experiences where the health quiz also helps you have a conversation with somebody. So they don't necessarily, even if they take the health quiz, they may not use all the products, but then you had a conversation. By the time you get to them, have a one-on-one conversation, you're actually having a much better conversation face to face and adding even more products to the conversation.
Yes, absolutely. So it's always good the important thing is always working on building a relationship, not just trying to get the sale.
Fabulous.
We're already knowledgeable about things we love. So just be yourself and share away.
And that first example, Janae, I think, didn't you get like a $400 order or something?
It was almost a $300 order. And
wow.
Technically it was because she got a custom blend as well for me, because I'm a custom blend artist through the company, but through our company. But she ended up, her order was almost $300 plus the $75 that she paid for her custom blend too. So it was pretty awesome.
Fantastic. Thank you, Janae. And one of the top tips we have, thank you for sharing. One of the top tips we have is, if you have like 100 customers or a lot of customers, we say not to send them out all at once. I think, Marley, let's bring you in here, because again, you want to make sure you give them that personal service. So there's probably a top tip here: send 3 or 4 a day, so you can make sure if they're coming back with questions, you can actually treat them on a one-to-one basis.
Yeah, don't be an overachiever. I was an overachiever in the beginning, and you talk about trying to keep up. But let me say this. What I love, and even after 15 months, I'm still getting used to this, is just how organized everything is in Market America. There is no getting lost. And look, we've had a lot of improvements over the last 12 months for sure. This company listens, but this survey, the way that it sends it to you, it sends it to them. You see it right then. It's 60 seconds. It allows you to have the follow-up. And sometimes people do go, gosh, but that's a lot of money. But I love, did you happen to see where it breaks down what it is per day? And when you think about what people are paying for their cup of Starbucks or whatever it is that and we're talking about your health, and they really want to get healthy, those type of things that they give us to help us ensure that, yes, is your health worth this? That has helped me so much to say, like with the vitamin C, it's like 78 cents a day. That to me is huge. And for the first time ever, they're not taking the big pills, and they're taking this isotonic brand and what it's doing. So I think that what I love is I do concentrate, and actually for me, twice a week on this, that I do try to get 6 people a week that I can actually do that so that I can go back. But the good thing is I had a sale the other day where I actually sent this 2 months ago, and I went back because they had registered and said, hey, just revisiting to say, have you thought about this? And she said, at first when I looked at it, I was just overwhelmed, even with the 10% off. But she says, I'm so glad you reached out. She says, I still have the email. And she did. She went and she bought one product. But that's where it starts, because when they start feeling healthy, they're going to be back for sure. They want to feel good, and we want them to.
Fantastic, fantastic. And let's bring birthday boy Brian in, and Joanna. Happy birthday again, Sir Brian.
Thank you.
And we'll say this to the team. Joanna's doing an incredible job on Brian on this survey. So,
Yes.
and I only know this because Joanna was asking about her stats and her data. But Joanna so far and been very specific in how she uses this, because we did have, an older back office previously with a survey on that you have been using, but this is so much simpler digital version, which is much easier to use. Joanna and Brian have something like a 60% conversion rate when they send this out. 60%. So think of that. 6 in 10 people are going to go on, have a conversation, place an order with Joanna and Brian. So, Joanna, Brian, tell us your magic.
I'm going to let him tell his story about the other day first, because
Magic.
Yeah.
Well, I have a few magic stories. First off, I want to say the reason I love this company is because when I'm at work, I can do this too, and it doesn't take any time. I'm going to try and keep this short because I got a couple things. There was a guy that I've dealt with him for at least 15 years, right? He has MS. And he actually asked me about the new company that we are with, which in turn is like, I have something that can help you out. And I sent him the health survey, which resulted in what, 100 BV?
More than that, yeah.
More than that. Yeah, because he bought a bunch of products that I knew would help him just by what we
From our help from the coach that we
Wow. And
consulted with first.
Right.
For anyone listening, BV is basically points on the product. So every product has points. So basically, as well as getting the retail profit of product sales, you
Right.
also get these points. And when the points hit a certain value, there's a commission payout. Keep going, Brian.
Right. And the other thing that I did the other day, because sometimes I'll put I'm not going to say a confrontational Facebook post on there, but it's kind of like, big pharma, what are you doing? So I put a thing on there about Creon, because I know Creon is a digestive thing, and whatever, it's pharma, we don't like it. So after I put that in there on a Friday, I come to work on Monday.
It was
and
2 weeks. 2 weeks
Was it?
passed. 2 weeks had passed.
something like that.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the guy comes to me first thing in the morning and he goes, hey, I just had my wife in the hospital. She's having digestive issues and other issues. He goes, what can you do for me?
I saw your post.
I saw your post.
What can you do? Because they're
Right.
not helping her.
Right. So therefore that led to, 3 more products that we could offer, But I mean, it really is that simple. When I went to work, and like the first thing is that, and I'm trying to like do it fast because I do have a job to do, right? The nice thing is I go directly to shop.com. I'm able to pick the product right out, share it right to him in a text. He clicks on it and there's all the information. I don't have to stand there explaining to him what it does, what's in it. It's right there. It's beautiful.
Love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Love it.
And one of the other stories, and I shared in here, was a lady that we had talked to in December. He had talked to her at the vendor event, and we had gotten information. And one day when he was off, he took over samples to her, and they had a conversation about blood pressure, cholesterol, and that type of thing. And she said, what are you using? Because he was telling her, what has been working for him. And so she wanted to start with one product, and she did. She went to the doctor. The doctor, her results were remarkable, and said, oh, I see the medicine I prescribed's working. And she's like, no, I did not take the medicine. I am doing something natural. And he said, well, keep it up. He said, because your numbers have decreased like 30 points. And that led her to come back and say, what is the medicine that he's taken for blood pressure? Because she did not want to be on a blood pressure medicine. So now she's on 2 things because of his results. in just personal conversations that, you know, she's trusting because she saw the results. So people are getting the results and believing and coming back.
Love that. I know there has to be a couple more. Some of you have told your stories on the call before. Joy, Karen, Martina, I can't remember which of you, or maybe all of you, who knows, but you've shared this and you've gotten results. Would one of you like to share? Nobody wants to share? Everybody wants to share? Everybody gonna stay quiet? Come
I'll
on.
do it. I'll do
Right.
it. I did share it with a coworker, and one of the recommendations that came up in her survey was the Bliss gummies, because she had put in that she was having problems staying asleep at night.
Okay.
We had had the conversation before when I started taking those, and I told her that, you know, she might want to try that. But then I sent her the quiz, and that's what came up, and so she ordered them, and she loves them. She's going to reorder them.
I
So
love that. That's great. That is great.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Great.
she also ordered a bunch of stuff for her pups.
Ah, awesome. Can't forget our pets, our fur babies.
Exactly.
For
And when you
sure.
get those testimonies, save those and share those to your social media. You don't have to put the name, make sure you exclude the name. But when people see that it came from somebody else and it's helping somebody, it's been pretty amazing,
Yeah.
you know,
That's
the
really good.
results of that.
And
Validate.
or, I mean, even get their permission. If can I share this? I mean, more than often, they're happy to share it themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Fabulous. And so, Molly, we always promise to keep these to half an hour, short, sharp. Let's show everyone the good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is good stuff, especially if you're looking for a company that keeps it simple and shows you a way. And by the way, not just us, not just Phoenix Rising. I think we're good at it, but the whole company is the same way, everybody. So let me express that. And we're going to be back. You know, we're going to be, I believe, next week, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to be talking about the comp plan. So if you are like, okay, this is great, I love what we're talking about, but let's talk about that BV thing that Steve was just talking about and that Brian and Joanna were talking about. That is coming next. We welcome you to be a part of that, to help you understand that part of it. We take this in 30-minute segments. As you can tell, we love talking about it because it's just great. We love it. But the replay, if you are interested also in sharing this with somebody else, don't think this is just for you. Please feel that when you get that replay, you can share that with other people. Connect with the person first and let them, because they'll be more than willing to talk to maybe you and a friend or you and a family member, because this is the real deal. America is sick, and we are here to help them get healthy. So I just love that. So we're going to let you go. Happy birthday again, Brian Niederheiser, who you are aging backwards, my friend, for sure. And just come back next week. We'll send you the invite, and we can't wait to meet with you again. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
See you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bust out, Jim.